RAID 5 requires at least 3 disks. Now I know that there are 4 shown here, but it only requires 3 disks. RAID 5 is striping with parity. We start by striping, just like we do back here with RAID 0, excuse me. I write part of my data here, and then part of my data here, and then part of my data here, and part of my data here. However, for each part of that data, I also write another section here called parity. Now, parity is a mathematical structure such that I can reproduce or reconstruct the data if I lose a disk. So I can lose an entire disk here and reconstruct it. One nice thing about RAID 5, particularly with most servers, is it's hot swappable. That is to say, if I have 3 disks and one goes dead, I can pull that disk out while the system's running, pop another disk in, and the system will reconstruct all the data on that third disk. So it can actually lose a disk and reconstruct the data. Now RAID 6 is similar, except it has to have at least 4 disks. And again, I know it shows 5 here, but you can do it with 4. Again, we have striping and we have parity, but we have enough parity on these that we can lose up to 2 disks and still reconstruct those disks. Now the nice thing about these RAID 5 and RAID 6 is that if the server is capable of it, and most are, you can hot swap these disks. That is to say, I can pull out the old dead disk, pop in a blank fresh one, and keep running without ever shutting the server down. And all the data, because of the parity, will be reconstructed on the fly.